Uh-oh, I got the Constitution out again. Got a question. Why is it that the Democrats want to disarm Americans? What's their objective? It's not to make the world a safer place, even though they keep saying it's safety, or protect the people whom can't defend themselves, like women and children. Democrats want to rely on faulty interpretation of the Second Amendment for control. Gee, why would they do that? Well, okay, I showed you the thing about the registered Democrats. These are the ones that openly said that they were communist. Okay? That's 70 people. 70. Now here, then again, there's a communist checklist. What's it say here? Discredit the American Constitution by calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, a hindrance to cooperation between nations on a worldwide basis, or call it a living document and change its meaning on a regular basis. Oh, those Democrats. People, I'm going to tell you what. You know, the Second Amendment thing and this gun control, I want you people to realize something. There exists a law, it's not even written down, but it's born in everybody's hearts. A law that comes from nature. This law refers to if our lives are endangered by plots or violence, armed robbers or enemies, any and every method of protecting ourselves is morally correct. That's why the right to keep and bear arms is the most valued right of any free man. Tell you what, the state that deprives its law-abiding citizens of means of effectively defending himself is not a civilized state at all. Well, you know, the gun proponents, they want a gentler society. They often call us the armed society, but in truth, we don't live in an armed society. We live in a society in which violent criminals and agents of the state, they carry weapons, but most of the law-abiding citizens do not. They leave their arms at home. Clearly, the police and the courts are not providing a significant break on the criminal activity. We have most of the liberals calling for more poverty, education, and drug programs. Our society suffers from the beliefs that only official actions is legitimate and that the state is the only source of our earthly salvation. Both liberals and conservative prescription for violent crime suffer from, that's not my job description. You know what, people, we've got to take our country back. We really do. Yep. As our founding fathers once knew, if a government does not trust its honest, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens with the means of self-defense, it itself is not worthy of trust. Yep. There was a federal law. Let's see, laws disarming honest citizens proclaim that the government is the master, not the servant of the people. Duh! A federal law along the lines of the Florida statute overriding all contradictory state and local laws and acknowledging that the carrying of firearms by a law-abiding citizen is a privilege and immunity of citizenship is needed to correct the outrageous conduct of state and local officials operating under the discretionary licensing system. We don't need more laws. Like I said, you have that right. We don't live in an unarmed society. Well, we do live in an unarmed society. When you stop and think of the violent people will have guns, but they don't want you to have them. And you got that right. That's a God-given right. Like I said, there exists a law that's not written down anywhere, but it's born in our hearts. And if we are endangered by plots of violence or robbers or enemies, we can use any and every method of protecting ourselves. You know, these people, we need to get rid of all those laws from 1968 on up, including the Patriot Act. All those laws need to go. We don't need to be spied on. We just want to be left alone. But you can see where this is all going. Are they afraid? Are they going to get to the point where they're afraid to tackle anything, and then, well, we'll leave it to the world government? Take a hike, bud. Take a hike. This is a manifesto. Okay. January 1995. Okay. This 6-page things. It said, they would take possession of all oceans and seabeds of Earth 20 kilometers offshore of land, so on and so forth. All airspace above the oceans in Antarctica, all stratospheric space 7 to 37 miles above all nations and oceans, as well as the Earth's moon. Yeah, to help keep the world rid of nuclear weapons and all weapons of warfare, so a peaceful world society can serve human needs. But they're talking through their ass. They're talking through their ass. It's called they want control. And we want to be left alone. We want to be free. We want our liberties back. Leave our guns alone. Leave our Constitution alone. And get on with the work that you were hired to take care of when you went to the Congress or you went to the Senate. That's your only job description that you need to worry about. Have you balanced the budget? No. You're not going to change poverty because you're going about it the wrong way. You don't care about the people anyway. It's just, you know, the blacks learned a long time ago that the communists and the Democratic Party, you know, they were using them. Now they got all these Latin American people coming in, and they want their votes. They want control, and they can't have control unless they provide something to their voters. Keep that in mind. Thanks for watching.